Hey, it's Claire, Intuitive Reader. Am I reading your story? Let's find out. I hope you're doing great, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning Koala Collective member, welcome back. So, I tell things a little differently. I mix science and oral storytelling into tarot, which not a lot of people do. It's not exact. It's not like, oh my gosh, this person's doing this to you and that person's doing that and this is going to happen on this day. It's more of a story to confirm or, clear your own intuition, your own thoughts and feelings. So if it doesn't resonate, maybe just enjoy the story. Every story shouldn't resonate with you. Like when I read books and stuff like that, it's not like, oh my gosh, that book is exactly my life story. That story is everything that I resonate with, hop on pop. Come on. I've read so many books in my life, kids books, adults books. So not everything is relevant in the way you think it is. Like I have all these little books and they have morals. It's not necessarily that I can relate to Pierre from Marie Sendak. It's about, a lion eating him. The moral of the story is care, not don't let lions eat you. So we have to remember that stories are a way of us understanding and relating this, so it's not having to be exact. We watch a lot of reality TV now and read, other stories, and it has to be exact. It's like, oh, this happened to me too. But what if we're just supposed to learn so that we don't have to keep going through the same things that other people have already gone through? Wouldn't that be nice? Isn't that what preschool's about? Isn't that what kindergarten's about? Isn't that what parenting's about? That we don't have to keep repeating the same things that other people have already done. That's what history is. So the first card that came out is the first house, Restlessness. And so I get that your life purpose, what you're supposed to be doing, is you're feeling a little restless. You're like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I'm kind of balancing all the time about who I am and what I want to do, and things are just kind of precarious. Like, am I here or there? I just have to stay on my toes. This person is literally on the tippy toes of one foot, balancing their health, balancing their thoughts, balancing everything while being naked. And look, there's nothing that you can report on here. That person is not, we're allowed to show men's nipples, not women's. Very strange. Very strange that we can show violence and all these other things, but not that. We have to start thinking, why are we upset about this? Why are we in situations? Why are we, oh yeah, right. So, because it's speculation. Fourth house, the foundation of who we are, our home life, our, like I said, foundation. So we're always speculating. Well, what should I do? And that speculation is keeping us on our toes instead of being solidly planted, using our intuition and like planting ourselves in the 3D, in our daily life. And this is what I want to do. I don't care to think about why or what other people want me to do. See, look, these two symbols look very similar, and this reminds me of the compass star. The compass star has multi-points because there's a lot more points than just the 4 directions. So we can go in a lot of different directions, but we have to trust our intuition. This says, I don't even know if vitriol. This is very interesting. So these are like things that can go in different directions that are negative. So are we going in a positive direction? Are we thinking of ourselves? Are we speculating on what other people are saying that doesn't really feel true? Because these buildings to me look like this crap. So we're in our head, we're thinking about how other people are talking to us and what they're doing, and that's having an effect on the way we're seeing ourselves. It's keeping us on our toes instead of being like, who cares what that person thinks? They're gonna think it either way. Like, you can be right in front of them and they can say the nicest things they want to you, but when behind your back, it's not there. You have to use your own internal compass to make decisions that are, my mouth is getting stuck together. So I'm gonna have some water. Isn't this a cool glass? Like, think about this cartoon. It would have been so much different if he had actually been thinking. But you know, the little bird was constantly tricking him, and he got hurt all the time and stuff because he was single-mindedly focused on getting the little bird versus actually on thinking. And so Tweetbird always outthought him. So, and if you haven't had any water, please drink some water. You might be dehydrated. So discovery, yes, when you follow your own compass, see the compass here, when you follow that, when you follow your own latitude and longitude and your own destination, here with number 9, discovery, you're going to discover something amazing about yourself, something that's been buried deep. It may have been buried so deep that it's turned into a mummy. And it may have something to do with your mummy. You know, it may have something to do with something that happened in your past, the foundation of who you are. It's been buried because you've spent so much time balancing on your toes and trying to go in every direction for everyone else that you've lost track. You've lost like the essence of who you are, the foundation of who you are. Yeah, maybe, you know, ostentation. So maybe you've been really focused on, you know, looking a certain way, being wealthy, you know, being smart, being educated, being this, being that, having a whole bunch of friends. Meanwhile, you would just be happy, you know, on a farm or out in the middle of nowhere, or just hanging out with the people near you or with your family, or just by yourself and working hard. But everyone has told you working hard is for idiots. Only people who aren't smart, only people who aren't educated would want to work, would want to do manual labor. But you're like, no, I don't feel that way. So you're getting back to yourself. Here's with number 2. You're getting back to really what you want in life. And this is getting you in the direction. You don't need all this stuff. What you need is very simple. What you need is very, you know, like fundamental to who you are. You want to be hands-on. You don't want some theoretical life. Is that really making you happy? So let's get some cards on this. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Strength. Yes. The strength to choose yourself, the strength to not be avoidant, the strength to choose a direction, the strength to stand on your own, to be here like naked and vulnerable, but standing in your strength, standing in your light. Like, look, they look very similar, right? She's just got a cute little outfit on and sunglasses, and she's just chilling. She's not balancing herself. She's actually using the lion to hold herself up. So, you know, you're really stepping into your strength. And this could take a little while. I mean, it could be August. It could be in 8 days. It could be in 8 weeks. So let's see. And then the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like once you stop playing, you know, like standing on the fence and 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out, once you really choose, and once you stop speculating on which direction you want to go and make a decision, you have that strength. You're moving into your power, your force, your magnetism, and you're showing up as the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, look at how happy she looks. She's in a cabin. She's got her wood. She's like probably in front of a fire sipping on her tea. And you're going to start realizing that you never needed these people. You never needed these situations. You never needed to be accepted by others. You just needed to be happy. You just like, when was the last time you were happy? So let's see. You guys always like knowing how the other people in the situation, as you move out of this speculative, restless energy and you discover who you are, how are they feeling about it? As you move into your strength and your Queen of Cups energy, because you're just happy. You look so peaceful and happy, and maybe you're watching people like scurry around and their lives fall apart, and you know what, maybe you feel a little joy in that because you're like, you know what, you made my life hard and I had to be really strong to make it out of this, and now I'm going to be proud of that. And here where I live, it's summer, so like this little cute outfit, that might have something to do with it. Use the sun to keep you warm. And if you're in the other hemisphere, that's why these could be showing up too. She's in front of a fire, I believe. And in another hemisphere, it just became winter. So we were talking about directions and stuff. Oh my God, this card comes out all the time. Okay, Judgment and Death popped out. Woo, they're back. Yay. Like, okay. So, you know, there's, yes, what they've done is just, maybe that's what you're sitting here. You're like, they're getting their judgment. Things are ending for them. It's like turning into a nightmare. This is like the night of the living dead, you know, like the hand that's coming up and the zombies come out. And I was just talking about how, you know, you were buried for so long, you turned into a mummy. You know, you're rising from the crypt. And that is their nightmare, because you coming to light, having the strength, shining, is their judgment. And this is ending. This is like a horror show, the Death card. This is like a nightmare for them. Everybody's screaming, no, no, not you. No, we thought we buried you forever. And this is a big theme. I had somebody talk about that. They're like, your stories seem to go along with your life. And I'm like, well, yeah, I have to experience it. I'm drawing on the energy. And so it really does help to feel the energy. But now I don't feel it as harshly because I know what it is. It's like, oh, this is in my life, so that I can share it with others, so that I can share these stories. And the Six of Cups. Yeah, you're returning to a youthful time of when you were happy and joyful and things were fun. I mean, you're already showing up as the Queen of Cups, and then the Six of Cups here. This fun, happy energy of youthfulness. You know, like I said, here we just are entering summer and we've got flowers and everything. Maybe you're going out and you're enjoying nature. Yeah, because maybe you've been like cooped up and you're like keeping yourself safe and stuff. And now you have the strength to go out there and really enjoy life again. Because you've risen from the dead. That's what's going to be the name of this reading is like, you've risen from the dead. You're like and that's, you know, that is bringing, you know, an end to them. It's you're rising from the dead. You're rising from the crypt that you've been buried in, is the end of them. It's their horror. It's their horror story. Like they think they're in a horror, I can't even say it correctly, horror movie because of what you're doing. It's just, I just want to laugh. I'm like, okay. So they're not having a good time. I just saw 13, which is the number on the Death card. So yeah, this is coming in quickly. And the Judgment card is XX10. It is 20. So maybe those numbers are important. We also have 8 and 6 and 1, 4, and 9. So those are some numbers that might be important to you. Okay, now we're going to get a few cards get some information from I forget what this is called, the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards. And I got this from a great store in Murphy's, California. And going back there to the summer, so I'm really looking forward to that. Prosperity and incubation. Yes. See, they thought you were dead. They thought you were like this here, this sarcophagus here. They thought they had buried you, but you're rising. You were actually incubating because your prosperity was growing exponentially. You were like gaining strength under the ground, returning to your youthful energy. Like you might have been holding up. You might have been like just keeping things like I said, in front of a fire. This incubation period is leading to prosperity. Oh my gosh, I bet they are so mad. I bet they are so mad. And this is a straw crown. So I bet they are so annoyed. I bet they are so annoyed. You gonna go get some food? So let's see. I want to get a little more information on them. I've been having a little fun doing that because it's like, we might as well know what they're doing. They're like all spying on you. Oh, so the Six of Swords, they're trying to act like they're getting away from you. They're trying to act like they moved away from you when you in fact moved away from them because you were incubating. and you have all this prosperity now. You don't need them. You're like super happy. So go, be gone, be gone. We don't need you. Oh, and the Knight of Swords. Like, this information is going to be so cutting to them that you're not sad. You're not like crying into your life cereal, or staying up late at night. You look great. Oh my gosh, you look amazing. You're having prosperity. It's like you're like brand new. Look at you. Like, you're gonna come out here and they're just not gonna even believe it. Look at these. Look at these cards. Male or female, it does not matter. You are looking great. You are done. You know, all that standing on your toes and stuff like that really got you in great shape. It kept you on alert. It kept you, doing your yoga. You became very flexible. You were able to adapt. And this information is just like, they just can't even. They might even sneak away. They might act like, oh, whatever. Oh, every time they hear your name, every time they see something about you, and they're like, oh no. They're like, oh yeah, whatever. They act like they don't care, and that they moved away from this. No, you did. And this is killing them. This is killing them, whether they will admit it or not. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm enjoying this. This is kind of a fun story. Not for them. Not for them. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, the Queen of Swords. Like I said, you got the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Oh man, you were just like, yes, you're balanced. And they said you were probably unbalanced. They said that, oh, you're naive, because were keeping you unbalanced. Oh my gosh, that's what I was thinking about. They were keeping you unbalanced. But you like did the work. You discovered who you were. You found the strength. You moved on. And this is just, everyone is saying that how balanced you are. And that truth is really bothering them. Look, you're showing up as a 9 of Cups. Look at her. Does she look sad? Does she look sad? Oh my gosh. I mean, look at these cards. I know, like I said, male or female doesn't matter. It's just look at this person showing up. Oh, wow. Yeah, you are going to have a glow up like no one would ever believe. It is literally the return of you, and it is their horror movie. And I'm sorry, but it's funny. It's funny. And the Page of Swords, you got the Knight, the Page, the Knight, and the Queen of Swords. Like, wow. There is no way but to see the truth of who you are. No matter where they look, no matter what they do, there is no way to not see you for who you are. They thought you were going to be in the 5 of Pentacles. This is how they were telling people you were. Oh, look at them. And they're all alone, and they're haggard, and this and that. And you're coming up. You're showing up like, bam, and you're actually showing up as the 10 of Pentacles. This is so funny. I would love to be a fly on the wall of some of these people. If this resonates, please tell me, because I would love to get a good laugh at people who are this, like, I want to enjoy the movie as well. So you're showing up, that your card at the end of this is the 10 of Pentacles. Legacy wealth, legacy recognition. I mean, this is a master art piece on the wall. Look at, he's so dignified. He's got his fancy dogs and this like perfect little family. And I think this is kind of funny because, he looks like maybe your family's a little odd. Maybe that was one of the things they were saying. Maybe your lifestyle is a little odd. He reminds me of... in the Addams Family, there's Wednesday and then her Pugsley. This reminds me of Pugsley. So maybe your family is a little eccentric. Maybe it's a little weird. I mean, these are pentacles, and they look like pentagrams on the wall. So maybe people are like, oh, well, they only, they do this or they do that. And you're like, whatever. Hater's going to hate, right? You're having your glow up. You are emerging. I mean, I just can't get over that these two cards... that this card came out after I was talking about that you were buried. that it's like the night of the living dead, but for them, you're not really, they're like, oh no, it's the scary monster. It's coming back. It's like coming from the depths of the earth. And actually it's you having your gorgeous glow up, and they're talking about, hey, watch, it'll burn them. You know, I just saw 2020 on the timer. It's going to burn them because you're going to show up like this. They're going to tell everybody you're like this. Like, oh God, here it comes. Here they come again. And you're going to show up like this, and they're going to be like, what? So what were you saying about collective? What were you saying about them? Because they're showing up like this, and you were talking about them like they were some kind of, you know, monster, or some kind of, they were never going to rise. They were in this energy. Like, what are you, oh, and you're not showing up like that. This is so great. I am so in love with your reading. I am so in love with your story. Okay, so if this was your story, or you just enjoyed it and you want to see more, put some koala emojis down in the comments. We love the koalas here. They're wonderful. We love everything nice and everything wonderful and everything loving. And like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on that little notification, and most importantly, come back, because I love you guys so much. We're going to do a little energy clearing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Ooh, that one was a little high. Okay, so like I said, I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.